All right, let's get it popping out this piece. What's good, fam? This video is about the 10 signs that you're in a relationship by yourself. Oftentimes, a relationship fails when only one person is doing all the work or carrying the heavy load. So we're going to get into some of the signs that you need to look out for to avoid this conundrum, because it's a nightmare. And oftentimes, people find themselves either someone stops working or putting effort in, and the other one tries to compensate for it, and vice versa. But either way, we're going to talk about this. We're going to tackle these issues, give you the antidote, and how to move forward. Listen, new to the channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do what the button says, and we're going to get it rolling.
I pray for my homies out there. Please, God, give them strength. Please, God.
So how does this happen? How do we lose the gel, the honeymoon phase? How do we lose the respect and all that? It happens easy. When the honeymoon phase, sometimes that fades out, oftentimes it does, people start to fall back and get comfortable in a certain space. So you start to see who they really are. Usually after about 12 weeks, whatever, three months, whatever it is, but 90 days, however you want to slice it up. The idea, though, is that when you start a relationship with someone, everyone's got their best face forward, their best foot forward. It's an interview, right? You go to your boss, you're going to talk, you're going to give your best smile, you're going to be dressed right, you got manners, you're going to answer the right questions. I want to work here, I want to be an employee, I want to be the best employee, thanks for the opportunity, blah, blah, blah. You get the job, what do? Freaking job. On Monday morning, you don't want to go to work. Same thing here, right? When someone falls back and gets complacent, right, in a relationship, someone's going to pick up the load. Someone's going to compensate. They're going to feel the need to fill in the blanks, and if someone accepts that, the other person allows this often to happen because they feel like, what? Hey, they're doing all the work, so why should I even have? They want to do it. They want to be there to help and do all the work. It's a load on anybody. This right here, and when you do this as a male and you keep doing this and trying to lift up the relationship and prop it up on stilts, it's never going to hold up, all right? It makes you look weak. It makes you look needy and desperate, right? And like she's the only option. So you don't want to have that stigma over your head and make her feel as if she deserves to be there and you deserve to help and serve her, because if you don't, she's going to leave because she feels that she needs more out of life and she deserves more. So some of these signs here will give you those indicators that she's kind of in that camp, right? That do for me camp, or I'm here as a gift to you. So let's go over some of those things real quick. So if you see these things, guys, 2 or 3 of these things, that should be a red flag. You're like, you know what? Let me flip this. And this can go either way. But right now we're talking about guys right now, focusing on guys, so because they need more of the help. So let's get into it. First of all, supporting your dreams, right? If you have dreams and you're trying to set goals because you want to build the future, right? You're trying to plan on being a provider to some degree. If not for her, for yourself. So you have dream support. You with someone and you're in a relationship, you share your dreams, Oh, what do you want to do with yourself? In the beginning, you're having coffee. Everybody's listening to everybody. Everybody's on their best behavior. And you lay out this little list. Oh, I want to do this. My plans are this. How about yourself? Blah, blah, blah. Now, she says okay in the beginning, but down the road, after 3 or 4 months, she starts to she don't care about your dreams. She don't care or support your dreams. All of a sudden, they're a little silly. Or she's like, are you really doing this? Or how long are you going to stop before this happens? How long before this happens? And it takes work and she doesn't support you. Off the bat, you're in it by yourself. These are key signs, because why? A woman that's going to be on your side is going to support you in your dreams. She's going to join you while you're struggling, while you're going to figure it out, right? That's the fun part. Women that are about you and want to see you win, she's going to want to support that. Hey, babe, what do you need? She's going to give you that hug. She's going to give you that moral support so you can shoot to the moon. But she's not doing that. You're going to feel like you're by yourself. You can't ask her for help. Oh, how can you support me? You may bring it up a couple of times here and there. She said, oh, I do support you. But you're like, no, you don't. And then there's an argument. So, again, you hold it in and you don't express it, and you feel like you're by yourself. See, this makes you feel like you're by yourself because you actually are in this case. Let's go to the next one. Never take initiative. You want to go out, it's your idea. You want to go to dinner, it's your idea. You want to take a trip or a recreation, movies, the mall, whatever. It's got to be your idea, right? You have to initiate that and get the wheels going and get the all logistics, everything right for her. So all she can do is walk into it and just have a good time. Now, on a date, yes, you want to facilitate the date and have that moving progression. You pick up the girl or whatever, she's meeting you out. You want to have a logistical plan because the idea is to get her to the house. So when a woman, for a date scenario, a woman's job is just to show up. And then from there, you take it and you lead from there. But if it's gone into a relationship situation and you can't always, she's stuck in date mode, right? She feels like now that's the narrative. You pick me up. You do this for me. You take me out. You just, no. When you're courting, it's back. It's a give and take, right? But she's taking it to the full extreme as if it's still a date and she has no responsibilities because that frame was set early by default, by the dating scenario that society puts on people. Instead, this is why when you do go out, it's minimal, right? It's drinks. You're going out for drinks. Nothing about dinner. Drinks. If she's good company, she's talking, y'all gelling, okay, boom. Appetizers, she's talking, you guys are having a good time. And if you're hungry, then you can go to dinner and you can invite her for dinner, fine. But, the idea here is that that's not automatic, right? Again, it's earned in progression. It's earned merits, right? But if you're out there by yourself in a relationship now, and she still feels like this is a date, you got to take me out, you got to do this, you got to do that, and you got to bend backwards for me and do all these things, it's not the case, and chances are when someone gets to this point, it hasn't been established, right? Someone didn't speak up. And chances are, if you didn't speak up earlier, this becomes the norm. You doing stuff. This is why when you find yourself by yourself in a relationship, it's a long time coming. This is why I want you guys to get this stuff early so it doesn't become a long time coming. It doesn't take you 6 months to figure this out or 8 months to find out she's lazy as hell or she just counts on you to do stuff, right? So if she's not taking no initiative, guys, you take initiative and speak up. Unreliable, right? You try to call the person. Maybe you're in a situation where you lost the house keys or you're at work and you need to pick up something. You need to get something for you from the store, or you need to go to the auto store before they close because you'll be at work. By the time you get home from work, the place will be closed. Pick up this part for me, or that from the store. Maybe it's a shirt. Maybe it's a fresh pair, a t-shirt, some socks, whatever. Work tomorrow. I want you to get that for me. You try to call her. She's not available. She can't do it right now. She's a little busy. I'll get back to it. Can't you do it tomorrow? See, it's not. She's unreliable. This is something you really, really need. Instead of her stopping back and realizing, you know what? Why is he calling in the middle of the day? You shouldn't do that. This must be an emergency, right? In other words, she's considerate enough to say, you know what? Let me sacrifice this, make this time, make this happen for him, and put myself in a position to facilitate the needs that this person actually has in the moment. That's my man. Let me make sure he's good. No, she's not reliable. She's not available because it's not convenient for her. She only does things when it's convenient for her. This is not reliable. Someone like this is flaky. And if you can't count on that person, someone flaky like this, you're on shaky grounds with a flaky person. So take the initiative, right? And be reliable, responsible, and bring it to her attention. Call it to the carpet. If it's going to be a problem, guys, it's going to always be a problem. Either she's going to correct it or you got to do some correcting on your own, if you know what I mean. She's forgetful, right? You've been knowing her for 6 months to 8 months, talking to her, and you talk about your family or something. Hey, this happened at home and so. This, just know who your family members are. Which one is that one? Oh, John, this and that. John, that's the older. She doesn't remember the family members or any of the stories you tell her about maybe a problem, a personal problem, or maybe where you grew up, or she loses out on the minor details, the minute details. Women like this are not in a relationship with you for you. They're in it for themselves, and you definitely going to feel like you're in it by yourself. Because why? Women remember everything. You try to talk about the time we had dinner at so-and-so, and remember the guy that had the shoes, and remember the guy that said, came to the table, was talking to us, this and that, and she'll say, no, what? I don't know. What guy? She has no clue because she checked out a long time ago. So someone like this that's very forgetful is because she wants to forget. She doesn't care enough to remember. Someone like this guy is not, she's not trying to get, someone like this is not trying to be involved or to know you deeply or remember anything deeply about you, because she's not that deep with you. She doesn't care enough to remember. That's a problem, period. And that won't go away either. She can't all of a sudden one day you talk to her about it and also she decides to have a memory all of a sudden. No, she already premeditated and she already has it made in her head that she's not going to get that involved. So she's just there for the ride. She's just coasting right now. She's the priority, puts herself first. No matter what you guys, you can even plan something, and no matter what you plan with her, you can set a date, time, and schedule. Listen, we're going to go to the park. We're going to meet up with some friends in the park. We're going to have some wine and cheese, a little picnic together, the two couples of us. We're going to do this and that. She says, it sounds great. Sounds great. The day it pops up, she goes, well, we can do that, but first I got to do this first. I got to get my hair done. I got to go get some shoes. I got to do this. I got to do that. No matter what you plan, even if it's scheduled, her priorities come first. I'm not going there until I have to do this, this, and that first. Then we can go there. And this is what drives you up the wall, because you've already told her ahead of time what the plans were. We are going here. We got a scheduled appointment, but that's not important. She says, yeah, we'll do that. But first, I have to do X, Y, Z. See, she puts herself in the authority position at all times. She's the authority. Don't forget, you're there for her pleasure. You're there for her liking. You're there for her amusement. Okay? What you want is not going to be priority because she comes first. She makes sure she reinstates that and reassures herself of that in a relationship with you whenever you bring something up as a priority, because her needs come first. Yours can come later. That's not that important as her needs. Because why? It makes her feel significant. Okay? And that's a human need, to feel significant. And she does that. So you got to do what you got to do. Never initiate sex. Sex goes off the table. If you don't initiate it, you go to bed with a dry one. and that's not fun, because you have to always be the one to get her, to wake her up, get her charged up. If she's in the mood, that gives her pussy control, right, over the relationship, because she realizes, listen, I got the golden goose. Whether I give it out or not, it's up to me. I don't know how I feel today. I don't know if you deserve it today. Instead of her saying, you know what, the relationship deserves intimacy. So the intimacy is lacking on this part, and this affects, it affects the relationship for sure. But as far as you're concerned, to need not is when things come. When you don't want it, she'll bring it. But the idea here is she doesn't want to initiate it to begin with. So if she never initiates it, right, it's going to be on you. It puts you always in the needing, asking position. And she's the decider whether you get it or not, right? Instead, a woman that's attracted, that wants to be in your life, can't keep her hands off of you. She's always trying to push you, bump into your masculine energy, be around your flow, right? Because she's attracted to you. The more she connects with you, the closer she becomes. Women grow closer over time. Okay? They get tighter bonds over time. They connect over time, and they facilitate and support a relationship that they want to keep. A woman that's masculine doesn't want that, or she's just turned off. It's not working, and you feel like you're on an island by yourself, because you are. Because you are. And you got to fix that. Quiet time. She never asks about quiet time or time with you, time together, time with you to talk or talk about her day. She doesn't, none of that stuff. This right here, women do. This is a go-to for women, especially women that are out there working, haven't seen you all day. They want to catch up. They want quality time, that catch-up time, that small talk. Small talk builds a lot of bonds, right? Because it's how was your day? And, oh, do you know Susie? Remember I was talking about Susie at work? Yeah. You know what she did? Blah, 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 blah. You go, really? What? Yeah, Susie. Yeah, she's crazy. What about that? What about about Bruce? Oh, he's crazy, this and that. He said, what's up to you? You know, whatever. Da, 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 da. It builds a bond, you know. You don't have to be at her job to be with her, but she wants to include you in her day, right? A woman that doesn't do these kind of things don't want to include you. She doesn't want the quality time. Why? Because this builds more bonds. She doesn't want to bond with you. She wants to keep the thing separate. And she probably wants to she likes the isolation, right? The protection is here, yeah. The masculine energy, the protection for the whole house. But as far as everything else, she doesn't want that. She wants to be her own autonomous machine. She wants to be autonomous, let her be autonomous. But you should bring that up to her. Listen, you know, she's not going to be intimate, guys. No matter what you do here, nothing you can do to force it. She don't want to have quality time. Quality time is you know, we don't really care about that, but it's something to note if you're going to keep investing in someone like this, all right? She's not really trying to share with you. She's on the phone with her friends talking about her job. Guy, girl, whoever, who knows, she walks off on the phone to share her day, to share her joy and whatever's going on. You don't know what's going on at work or at home. She's not talking, she's a communicator, right? She's a bad communicator. And that doesn't change either, guys. And you telling her about this, oh, you're bitching. Oh, how come you can try? She may say, oh, I didn't know that. But then if she didn't know that, you know, it's been 6 months, 8 months. When do you want to know it? You don't know it? Well, let me tell you now. Watch her behavior. Watch her actions, not what she says. Watch what she does. Selfish. Her involvement in you she only gets involved when something benefits her, right? So if you go out and say you go to the store and you come back and you bought an ice cream or something, you know, you got a couple of things for yourself, some shavers and all that kind of stuff, little manly stuff, and you know, and you come back home from the store, grab a couple of things, you grab some ice cream or whatever, and you come through the door and she goes, oh, what's that? Can I get some? Where's mine at? Where's mine? You got mine? What you got there? Where's mine at? Give me that one. Let me take what you got there. See? It doesn't matter the fact that you went out to get it. She wants what you got. Her mentality here is what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. And that's not a good place. A woman like that is not in a good headspace, right? She's all about the take. She's on the take. Again, this is when you watch her actions, listen to her words, but you watch her actions. It tells you everything you need to know. It's all about her taking whatever she can. Women are gatherers, so she's gathering. So you gather the information and watch what she's doing and pivot and adjust accordingly. So what is this all about? Her ego makes her do this. Why? Because this is about her fulfilling her need to be needed, her need to be desired. The sexual part is her holding back on sex to feel desired. Can you give me some? Can I have some? I'll be a good boy. So that's power. Another one, lack of communication. She doesn't want to get involved. She doesn't want to invest any emotional time, physical time when she needs it. Support, emotional, none of that. Don't want to get involved in the family. She doesn't plan on staying that long, like I said. So but the behavior, it puts you in a situation where you feel like you're alone by yourself. That's abuse. It really is mental abuse when you think about it. You know, you feel less than. She feels better than, because all the things you do that supports her ego, the need, the asking, the holding the relationship together. Women do that. They're bonding and connecting. And we do it to some degree, but this right here is when she's giving out zero. She's doing zero output, and you're doing 100% of the work, all the heavy lifting in a relationship. It puts you in a submissive role. I don't care how you slice it, right? And it puts her in the masculine role because it gives her the power and the control of how the dynamic goes. And most men will resent this after a while, but 6 months is a long time. So I'm telling you guys, if you see this coming up, boom, 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 you gotta pivot. All right, let her bring her to the carpet. If she holds herself accountable, which I doubt, then you got to do what you got to do. You got to pivot also. Complains about needing space. That's the old go-to, you know. Oh, she feels crowded. She needs space. She needs to go out with her friends. She needs to go here. She needs, this is too much. Every time we get together, Meanwhile, when you are together, you're not together. Because you're in one room, she's all in another room. Or she's upstairs. Or she's outside. You know, you go in one room, she goes in another room. She get plenty of space. But you know what you do? You give her ample space. You give her all the space she needs. Providing a little conversation. Obviously, you communicated that she's very clear. She is what she is. This is what it is. It is what it is. So you got to do what you got to do. All right. If you're looking for someone that's going to at least do their fair share, right? Carry the load with you, or at least do the feminine part, right? If she can't do that, what are you doing? You know, why are you know, what's the point? I don't see the point in it. Maybe you do. Maybe you like that kind of stuff. But personally, guys, if it doesn't serve you, her presence doesn't serve you or build you or help you facilitate a functional relationship, you know, you bring it on yourself if you don't do that. But I don't think you guys will do that. You guys will do the right thing because you want the best to be the best. You gotta do the things that it takes, right? These are tough decisions, guys. These are hard calls, but you gotta make them. You gotta crack those eggs to make an omelet, right? So listen, guys, like, subscribe, comment below. When you hear your family, you know I got you. Excel, and I'm out.